Wow, Miranda, a lot of folks may have wasted some money. Let's bring in Newsmax's deputy health editor, Nick Tate, who's been talking about this story, writing about it as well. Nick, we hear about these throwaway dates, a lot of Americans throwing stuff away, adhering to those dates. How much money do you think we're all wasting?
Well, the average American wastes about 36 pounds of food every month. That's about a fifth of what we produce in this country because of these sell-by dates, which are confusing to consumers.
And that's hard to think about, especially when you know so many people are still hungry out there on the streets. What is a solution? You know, seems a little arbitrary, these dates. What's being done to amend this so we're not wasting so much food?
Well, you really need to become an educated consumer. There are really three types of labels people need to know about: the sell-by date, the use-by date, and the best if used-by date. Now, these do not indicate when the food is safe. They indicate when the food has the best quality and the best flavor. So many foods that have those labels are actually good well beyond the dates. Milk and yogurt, for instance, can be good a week after that sell-by date. Eggs can be good 3 to 5 weeks after that sell-by date, and for some dry goods in your pantry, canned goods, they can be good for 18 months after that sell-by date. Here you see some of those breakdowns. So, you know, some common sense is really important here. If the food is unappetizing, if it looks bad, if it smells bad, don't eat it in most cases. But the labels are not really a good way of indicating when the food is safe and unsafe.
So what's the point? I mean, I'm thinking about a lot of these other arbitrary warnings from the government, things like salt and fat. It doesn't seem to make much sense.
It doesn't, and in fact, really what people need to know is that these sell-by dates and these use-by dates are really for the manufacturers, and they are for supermarkets. Supermarkets must take them off the shelves after that sell-by date, but it doesn't mean the food is unsafe. But I think a lot of consumers are confused by that.
Yes, perhaps a liability thing and nothing else, concern about lawsuits. Nick, another story we've been talking about a lot too is Diet Pepsi dumping aspartame. The company says it's getting rid of that artificial sweetener. These have been controversial. What's your take on all this?
Well, in fact, I think people are responding, Pepsi and Coke as well, are responding to concerns about aspartame, which has been linked to certain kinds of blood cancers, at least a potential risk, and other health problems. We know that diet soda is as bad as regular soda when it comes to obesity. So I like to think it's because consumers are becoming healthier in their choices, and Pepsi is certainly moving the direction of saying they're going to remove this substance because of perceptions that it may cause a problem. The real question is, will consumers buy the new Pepsi when it comes out with labels this summer that say made without aspartame? That's really the question.
Yeah, we've seen the other cola here go with a more natural, lighter soda, and a lot of talking about stevia. Is there really any difference between these sweeteners, or if you're going to have a soda, maybe you should just have a regular soda?
Well, you know, the health recommendation here would be don't have a soda at all. Have carbonated water. That's
not realistic.
Have regular water. Flavor it with fruit juices or other things. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Diet Coke and the other big soda makers come out with healthier alternatives that are not either sugar-based or artificially sweetened-based, but are flavored with fruit juices and things that still give you that, you know, that mouthfeel that you're looking for, maybe caffeine, but take out some of those additives that are harmful.
Interesting. We'll keep our eye on that. We also know Coke is also getting into the milk game as well. But Nick, thanks so much for being with us. Nick Tate is the co-author of DaVinci's Baby Boomer Survival Guide. You can learn how to survive the baby boomer financial crisis with the newly released book, DaVinci's Baby Boomer Survival Guide, by going to babyboomers711.com.